edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Houston Texans taking on the Carolina Panthers.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans. And he returns this to the 22. First and 10. Here's Kaepernick. They're connecting here with DJ Chark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Micah Parsons brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. This to the 24 for a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Texans very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Texans very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs.
That's what I want to see.
Touchdown, Carolina. Henry Ruggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Well, this defense for the Panthers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Well, this defense for the Panthers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Well, this defense for the Texans very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, Kaepernick. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's got room. There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Houston. Amari Cooper, 78 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders.
Touchdown, Texans! Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. Jalen Waddle, 76 yards. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that 1st quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a...
And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Aaron Donald with a sack.
13.5 sacks in 2020, which tied for 2nd in the NFL behind T.J. Watt of Pittsburgh. We're getting to that territory where we're starting to take this man for granted. Defensive Player of the Year, 3 out of the last 4 seasons in the NFL.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Kaepernick. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Micah Parsons in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I like that play call right after they've been sacked because they anticipated pressure again. And if you believe that, you know you've got to get the ball out of your hands quickly. That one was incomplete.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Austin Eckler got hurt last year and missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 90.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through. And it will push the lead up to 5. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there. And now it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Looking deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. That one complete. He finds Shark. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
To throw, Kaepernick. And Shark calls it in. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. To throw, Kaepernick. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Oh, really nice job there by Darnell Savage, plucking that one out of the air for an interception. And he flipped between free safety and strong safety in the early part of his NFL career. But if you ask him what position he plays, he'll tell you football player. The former first-round pick.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Desmond King picks it. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch them.
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score.
Austin Eckler.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Flushed out right. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. That's good for 28 yards. On second and goal, Wilson. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown of the game. Now Matt Rule keeping the offense on the field to go for 2 here. Wilson going to throw for it. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And of course, so now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. On first down, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Jalen Waddle, 58 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit close. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And now out comes Houston. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. He opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Waddle now to return it. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happening.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up near the 42. And that is going to seal this victory as time